Welcome back, friends, to the Lucky Die. Previously, Balance forces Caden to invent a new rule. Rajak has an unfortunate run-in, and Zaltanna remembers her life with her debt. Adjusting to his new job, Caden lets the group run the meeting with the leader of the Witches' Society. Demi then informs them of the terror below Falsam Street, which they are to deal with. Is this terror truly a threat? Is it linked to the events of the night before? Does it involve an eight-legged horror? I guess we're about to find out. Welcome back to the Lucky Die. The last we left you, Demi just informed you that she was glad that you couldn't say no because she needed you to say yes. What do you guys want to do now?
No.
Boom.
You already said yes.
Your move.
Yeah, but she wants us to say yes, and I don't want to do what anyone wants me to do.
And now we run.
No.
Oh my god.
Time to roll new character because she
Such
murders us.
Yeah, Demi just stands up and performs like 6 versions of Wish and you'll die.
No. Okay.
I don't think she needs Wish to kill us. We're only level 2.
No, she honestly doesn't. She can cast a level 9 fireball and annihilate you all.
I'm just gonna be like,
And she'd do it.
wait, can I high five Demi?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, why the hell not? You put your hand up.
Yeah.
She doesn't leave you hanging. She claps your hand. Apart from the sting, you also notice her hand is very, very warm. Yeah. You high five Demi. Cool.
Right, well, best we get going then. I guess we'll report back in when we're done.
Yeah, if you come back here and ask me, I'll either be here or I'll be out in the gardens or I'll be uncontactable. Someone will be able to contact me, but you probably won't. Because you don't have sending, right? You don't have long range. I mean, I don't know how powerful you are. I mean, I don't even know if you have any real magic. Apart from you. And she looks over at Zaltanna. You have some sort of magic.
Yes, I do. I am very magical and shit.
Are you one of those, like, God-given magic-y people, or are you more innately magic?
It's Gad.
Ah. Well, slightly less interested, not gonna lie. So, right, you guys can, you can go. There's the door, and she waves her hand, and the door opens.
Zaltanna looks like really affronted.
Okay, be seeing you then. And Balance just gets up and starts leaving, avoiding the runes on the ground again.
Zaltanna tramps out angrily. Like, not like super angrily, just like a little bit like she was offended by the not being interested in the god magic shit.
Okay.
Fuck you, my magic is awesome.
Yeah. Yep, yeah, sure.
We leave.
They leave. Excellent. The group leaves. Caden stays back to talk to Demi for a few moments, and then he comes out and joins you. So I know where you're gonna go. So do you want to? I know where you are. Do you want to tell me where you're gonna start?
Well, there's 2 entrances that we can feasibly go to. Question is, which one do we go to then?
Well, I wouldn't recommend the one near the prison. That might raise too many questions.
Right.
Then I guess we're going to the one at the monastery, was it?
Rhal looks real stressed out suddenly.
Okay. We're gonna take a con save, Roger.
Oh, God.
Oh.
What was it?
Oh.
It's an 8.
You guys notice that he begins to drool quite a lot. And kind of like has to wipe his maw a bit, and you will be taking 2 points of damage.
God.
Ow.
All right.
Yeah, as you see him wipe off, you can see that a portion of his kind of like the skin below the scales has kind of like coming off very particularly raw.
You okay there, buddy?
Sorry, yes.
See something that looked delicious?
Oh, no. No, yeah, let's just go. You're right.
Okay. I guess we're going to the monastery then? Anybody know where the fuck that is?
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys got a monastery in Falsam?
It's... I didn't name the place.
Let's
go.
So it's not like a real monastery?
You see Caden smile quite a bit. It's not a monastery. Monastery. You'll find out when you get there. I mean, I can try and make arrangements to get you to the prison one if you really prefer, Rajak.
No, it's best that we aren't seen trying to escape from prison. That's a good point, I guess.
Oh, why didn't we ask Demi to disguise you?
Balance just turns around and goes and knocks on the door again. Just...
What?
Sorry, Demi, got a question for you, please.
The door clinks open, and you can see that she's... no insight in the world needed, just to tell she's kind of annoyed.
Balance just pokes us in. Sorry to bother you again, Demi. Quick question. Do you have any way that we could perhaps disguise our Dragonborn friend here so we don't have everybody and their mother trying to kill him or yell at him or whatever the hell it is?
Both. All of it.
All the above?
Well, it's feasible. I can do it. It's not a... I mean, I can do it, but...
It's fine. Look, last time the magic thing didn't work so well with me. So I'm quite okay.
And she kind of like... This time she stands up, like unfolds her kind of rather long legs, and she walks over and it's like, I'm really sorry for yelling. Not really your fault. I can do it, but I don't know how long it will last on. I mean... It's not going to change who you are. It's just going to make you look different.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
I mean, you still have a tail and everything, which you have to kind of deal with, and you're like gigantically tall. And well, I don't know what I could change you into or make you appear to be without, I can make you look like a really tall elf.
What about this? And then Balance puts a white mustache on Rhal. Will this work?
Listen, we don't need it to last forever. We just need it to last till we get into the sewers, because apparently everyone in this town knows who he murdered and all that stuff.
Well, yeah, it's pretty famous. Everyone kind of knows about him and the other Dragonborn. It's kind of a thing.
Wait, you killed another Dragonborn? Never mind. We can talk about that later. Anyway, point being, it'll be a hindrance to our investigation if people are stopping us to yell at him or try to kill him or whatever. So... any kind of disguise. And I know that you're like, whatever about it, Rhal, but it'll make our lives a lot easier if you just this, while we're in Falsam, just this once, wear a disguise.
I mean, is this something that you're going to keep coming back to me to ask? Because I'm kind of busy. I have my own things I have to do with, people I have to talk to, shout at, go save, that kind of thing.
That depends how long we're in Falsam, but probably not. I would hope not.
Yeah, I'm going to say probably not. I think we just needed to get through the monastery.
She kind of like purses her lips and like twitches it from side to side. She says, okay, I'll tell you what, on this one occasion, I will give you an illusion that will last for half an hour. That's it. That's all I'm going to give you because frankly, but you kind of sometimes deserve what, reap what you sow, that kind of thing. But I take your point and I kind of need these people looked after because, people have asked us and they're paying us to do this, so yada, yada, yada. And she throws her hands forward. And Rajak appears to be an enormously tall elf who looks remarkably similar to Balance.
Is that you, Uncle Steve? I haven't seen you in ages. How are you doing?
Oh my God.
Rhal looks down at himself and kind of looks really surprised.
Well, I was running out of inspiration. I mean, he's standing there, so.
Wait. For the lulz of it. Can you be a drow?
No.
No.
Oh.
You have the illusion. This is the one you're having. You really taxed my patience enough. Kind of got things to do. Now move.
Thank you,
Like,
Demi.
you can see her hands begin to like spark up a little bit as she's beginning to
we're
literally
going.
shoo you forward.
No, we're leaving. Bye. And Balance is already like halfway down the stairs.
Yeah, I'm getting the fuck out of there. Don't need an angry wedge.
Well, this is weird. This is weird, but it didn't kill me, so...
As you put your hands up, you can still feel like all the kind of like your dragonborn features. It just
Right.
looks really, it's like you're touching air and it's just really weird.
Well, stop it. You're not Oh my God.
This is weird. It's weird.
Don't touch yourself.
This is a weird thing. This has never happened before.
Okay. As someone that's used to illusions, I'm telling you right now, don't touch yourself. Don't let anybody touch you. Nothing. No physical contact. Got it?
No touching. Okay.
Caden just, he's following behind you, openly just like laughing to himself about this whole situation.
I'm surrounded by idiots.
Caden, if we go into the monastery, you're good, right?
Well, Rhal, she did say that the entrance to the sewers was behind the monastery, so we don't strictly have to go in.
Well, yeah. If you're going to the monastery, if you're okay, I can. That's fine. I seem to know where you all are. So as long as you go directly there, we don't have a problem.
All right, then we'll head there.
Are you not coming with us?
I need to make arrangements for somewhere more suitable for you to stay. I have to find out exactly. Speak with Lindrin about exactly what it is he thinks he's going to be managing, and maybe get that Kythea on board as well. Whatever she is, wherever she's here. But things to sort.
Right.
Yeah. Get that on that, getting Kythea on board. And then she kind of like gives a sly glance to Balance.
We clearly need some help in that department.
With balance or with cooking?
With cooking and with balance.
With
my-
both. Balance needs a girlfriend, and also we need him never to cook again.
Yes, the second rule of that house. Okay, well, should you get into any, I don't know if you get into trouble. I think on no. Just take care. Don't die.
That's certainly the plan.
Keep an eye out around the 30-minute mark, okay?
Speaking of which, we're still on a timer. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
We're going to brush out. Or at least Balance is.
Okay.
Hopefully everybody else is following.
Yeah.
Okay. I assume you guys are you. Assume Rhaljak, you're taking the lead.
Sure.
I don't know where the fuck I'm going.
You make your way through the town. You make your way sort of towards where your apartment once was, because it's in that kind of area. It's just around the corner, sort of thing.
Right.
And you come to this low building, and you see the sign for the monastery. And you guys, who haven't been here before, become apparently aware that this is definitely a pub.
The monastery is a bar?
I told you I didn't name it. Okay?
This is a very peculiar town.
Yes, well, not everyone can live in castles and whatnot.
No, I did well.
Well, yeah.
I feel that. I didn't live in a castle.
You really should sometime. It's quite luxurious, I assure you.
All right, whatever you say, poor little rich boy.
Oh, yes. Mm.
So, the entrances is around back?
You would go through the monastery to get to the Earthdark. The bar is the pub, the inn, whatever you wish to call it, is open even at this early time of morning.
All right, well, we're on a timer. Let's get going. And Balance is just going to walk in.
Inside,
Do we need to go in?
the entrance to the Earthdark.
Yeah, you gotta go in.
Oh,
You have to go through it, yeah.
okay.
And the entrance is so it is in that area. Okay, yeah. So you go into this pub. It's there's a bar kind of against one back wall. There are a series of chairs and tables. There are dark rushes on the floor. There's no fire in there because it's beginning to heat up already, especially in this time of morning. And you can currently see that there is just an old man currently just sitting at the bar. Rhal, you know that there's actually normally a platform behind here from which Colin and Emily stand on, but they appear not to be here this morning. It is quite early. Yeah, you would know this guy to be Jim. It's an old human.
Jim, is everything okay? Where are the others?
Who are you?
Friend of Caden. And Bogram.
Oh, right, yeah, short dwarf blight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, fair dues. I mean, yeah, everything's fine.
Okay.
Are you here for a beer?
No, we're going downstairs.
Are you really?
Why?
Balance is gonna.
Well, the lot of you don't exactly look like you belong down there. Well, she does. And he looks down at Zaltanna. You two don't look like you belong down there.
Racist.
Well, we're going to seek out Bogram, and he'll show us around. That's fine.
He clicks his jaw a bit and like, all right, I'll come on through, new boys and girls. And he leads you through behind the bar, and he takes you into a kind of a small back room, just like a storage room. And you can see that there is a door here behind some of the boxes. The boxes have been moved. They should, in theory, be in front of them, as you well know, but this is so common now that people don't particularly worry. And he opens the door, and you find yourself in a staircase that leads down. The staircase starts off wooden and then becomes hewn into the rock itself, just gradually fading into actual rock and stone. There are a couple of magical lights on the side of the wall, sort of casting a very dim glow as you go further and down. And eventually the staircase leads to a passageway, and the passageway goes forward for some distance, and you can see that there is some flickering light ahead. And as you step out of this passageway, you find yourself in a very big, large, open cave. You just find yourself in a massive cave. You can't see any exits or any other entrances, but as you step into this cavern is huge. You can look down over the edge of kind of the walkway that's around the edge that's leading down, and you can see that there is an area that has been cleared out, and it's filled with sand, and there's rope, and you can see there are obvious markings of blood and fighting here. And you can see that there are a couple of rooms that have been hewn into the edge of this cavern, which you have come across. And there are some lights in some of these rooms, some completely still dark and empty. And you can see that there are a few people wandering around. There's no people within this kind of sandy, roped off area. There's none there, but there are people nearby beginning to chat and congregate together. This is what you see when you walk in.
Colin's not with us, is he? Or Jim? Jim's not with us.
Jim left you guys there. Jim's a barfly, and you've never known him to come down here.
Yep. I'm going to turn around. Is there anyone around us at the moment, or are we kind of clear? I can talk in Loki.
Yeah, you can definitely talk. You're kind of quite high up above everyone else there. The ring is quite far below.
Okay, rules. Don't fucking talk to anyone, okay? If anyone asks, you're here to gamble. That is all. Don't say anything. Don't talk to anything. Don't agree to anything.
Okay, where are we going?
We're going to talk to my friend Bogram, and maybe he knows something about this. 2 birds with 1 stone. I can thank him for what he helped me with, and then we can go.
Okay.
I don't know exactly where to go from here anyways. I just know there's an entrance to the sewers from here.
Okay, remember you're in disguise for a limited time, and your voice doesn't change. You still sound like you.
No shit, yes.
You reckon you probably have about 10 minutes left on this illusion?
Okay.
We should probably get moving.
All right. I take him down and to Bogram's place.
You wind your way down the stairs, down this kind of past this walkway that goes down to where the fighting pit is. Call it what it is. And you make your way to one of these rooms that is hewn into the side of this cavern, one which you know that Bogram has has access to, and you can see that there is a small light in there. And as you approach, you can't really see so much inside. It's pretty dark in there. There's only one very low, like fluttering candle near, like sort of like nearish to the window.
I knock on the door.
You hear the sounds of movement inside, and this short dwarf answers the door, kind of like very well built, very well stacked, and he says, "What can I do for you?"
Bogrim, old friend. Well, you probably don't.
Yeah, I don't really remember you. And I was like yourselves, I don't really have much in the way of friends.
A friend of Rhal. Listen, do
How
you
do you
know
know about
to...
Rhal? How do you know about him?
Is his door open?
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit him with my tail, just like nudge him.
Okay. I'm not going to say you need to roll to attack. He's just standing stationarily in the door.
No, I just nudge him.
I
I'm
assume
not
you have control
hitting
with your
him.
tail. So,
Yeah.
you hit him with the tail, and he looks down and is like, what the bloody hell was that?
It is good to see you. Listen, limited time with this whole thing.
You see his jaw kind of drop a bit and his eyes open wide.
Oh no, we are with Caden. We are on official business for Lindgren. We need to find these.
Maybe you ought to come inside. Come
we
on.
have 10
Let's
10
not be
minutes.
talking here outside on the doorstep.
Okay,
What?
very quick.
We're on a time limit, remember?
This whole thing that makes me not me, it has 10 minutes on it. We need to hurry. We have to be fast. We have to investigate something going on down here. I don't know exactly how to get there.
He just still kind of looks a little bit stunned at you. Like, right.
I'm going to take the letter that he sent me in prison and hand it to him. Bogrim, I came to thank you. But I only have 10 minutes before this whole thing. We have to do this later. 10 minutes.
Right. Okay. Right. What?
Have you heard of any creatures down here?
Yeah, there's plenty of creatures that live down here. It's the Earth Park.
No. Creatures that are...
We need to get into the sewers.
Yeah.
There's supposedly a creature that
yeah.
came through when the whole earth shaking.
Something that broke through somewhere down here.
Right. Okay, right. I think I can do this. Yeah, I'll take you to it. There's, we've had reports there's something weird going on down there. A couple of members have gone down there too, but they haven't come back up.
Yeah. 10 minutes. Sorry, time frame. You know how I get flustered. I don't do well under time restraints. Bogrim.
Right, okay. And he puts the letter inside the room. He closes the door behind him, and he takes off at a bit of a run. Short little dwarfy run, just stomping from side to side.
Aw, that's cute. I guess I'm doing that too if we're trying to follow. So
you notice that he's carrying an axe with him as he goes. It's kind of strapped on his back sort of thing, but he seems to be moving with perfect ease. And he takes you through what looks like just another room hewn into the side of the cavern. But as he takes you in, you realise it's definitely not. It's an entrance to another passageway. And he takes you through, and he depresses a switch near a wall. You can't see exactly where he put his hand, but he just leans against it, and you can see a portion of the kind of the wall in front of you, which would have been a dead end, just slide to one side, and you can definitely smell the sewer before you step in there.
Oh God! Ugh. Ugh.
Wow.
What a wonderful smell.
gross, disgusting.
Definitely clears the nostrils. You'll be assured of that.
Yeah. If you don't hear back from us, find Caden, and he will be able to find us. But we should probably get started going before the thing,
Right. Okay. I guess good luck.
Thank you. I'm just gonna run in. Rhal doesn't do good on time things.
Balance just
like,
turns
extra
Bogrim,
stress.
No.
says,
Yeah.
"It was a pleasure meeting you," and then runs in after all.
Zaltanna's gonna give him like a 2-finger like salute off the head, and then run in.
Yeah, like I'm gonna take like the panning out thing right now. You just see Pogrom just like looking like, what the bloody hell was that?
What the fuck? Rhal doesn't do good in time things, guys.
I just want to point out
Put a timer on something. It's stress.
it only just occurred to me that the reason you guys are so worried about the time is because we're going to have to walk back.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to be done with this in somewhere safe in 10 minutes.
Like, I was like, well, we're already in the Underdark. Why does it matter anymore?
So panning back, the camera sees Bogo in a very much like, what the hell have I just witnessed face as the as he closes, depresses the sewer behind you. You can see that there's obviously a mechanism on this side which you could reopen it should you need to, and you find yourself in the sewer. It's been like the sewer looks pretty old. There's definitely no lying about it. It looks a pretty old sewer, and there's like low level sewage on the ground, but there are kind of like raised walkways just at the edge of this sewer. The sewer is kind of I don't want to no, round's not a shape. They're kind of round would be the better shape. So they're kind of like rounded like ceilings and sideways and stuff, and you can see that this passageway is pretty dark. In fact, it is total darkness. Rajak, who can't see in the dark.
No.
You are plunged into darkness, my friends. For those of you who can see, you can see that the passageway, that the sewer goes off to the left and goes off to your right.
Well, this is a bit of a problem.
The smell. I'll throw out. Also, the smell.
Right.
Gross.
Well, I can't see shit.
Oh, right.
How far dark vision?
60 foot, I think.
Yep. We both have 60 foot.
Yes, we do.
Pure magic.
Does anyone have a torch or something? I don't. It's not exactly something I regularly need.
No.
Let me look. What's in a priest's pack? Because my dumbass only wrote priest's pack in my fucking thing.
Wow. Are you telling me that 3 adventurers don't have any torches?
I have a sweater.
Is it a sweater of dark vision?
Wait. I have candles.
Yeah.
Can anyone make a fire?
I have a tinderbox.
Oh, wait, I have a tinderbox.
Oh, my God.
Where's that fire you threw out of the window this morning, eh?
Just...
Guys, we need a light. Quick, balance. Make breakfast.
I'm going to take out one of my candles and my tinderbox and light a candle.
Oh, okay. I'm throwing this out here. Future adventurers, learn from this mistake. If there's someone who can't see in the dark, pack a torch.
Maybe the person without the dark vision should be able to take care of themselves.
I don't go over here, okay? I don't know that it's super dark and I can't see over here.
I mean, come on, you're in a sewer, guys.
Yeah, but
what did you expect? That there's going to be torches every 100 feet? You're in a sewer.
Hollywood has led me to believe that sewers are bright enough that I can see in them.
They are not.
Maybe just not this part of the sewer. Let's go.
Okay, so you're in darkness. Zaltanna has pulled out a candle, and she has lit said candle.
And I'm giving it to Rhal.
It's giving you dim light so you can see for 30 foot, and then you guys can see for 90.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
No, not you. God damn it.
You're welcome.
Yeah. That's it. That's the you're welcome. I was looking for the fucking
welcome.
The mean one. All right, let's go.
What?
The mean one. I'm only kind and pleasant to
Hold on,
people.
before we start walking off, we should probably try to get a bearing of where it is that we're going.
Do you know the sewers? I don't know the sewers.
No, oh my.
Take a perception check for me. In fact, you can. All 3 of you can, if you want.
I got a 14.
I'm not going to.
I'm going to.
He can see 30 feet.
But you can hear.
You can hear.
You have the ability to hear.
Did you know that lizards have really good hearing?
Oh my God. Okay, I'm going to roll. But you got to stop.
Except for I don't actually know that at all.
13.
18.
Okay. On a 13 and 14, the smell is overwhelming more than anything. It's not pleasant. You pick up you definitely pick up that kind of metallic-y, wet cardboardy smell, which comes with a lot of blood. You can smell that. It's quite pronounced. On an 18, you can hear the sound of movement quite a distance to your left.
Okay. We should probably be going towards the movement, shouldn't we? Since we're looking for something that's in here. So We should go to the left, probably. That's probably where it is.
Why do you say that?
I hear movement in that direction.
That's definitely a good lead then. All right, let's go.
Yes.
You should probably go in front. I'm not really suited for frontline work.
All right.
Just stay behind me. I can't see shit.
Okay, I'll stay right behind you, Rhal. You go in the middle.
Make sure I don't bump into any walls. Okay.
We have to protect the precious baby.
I mean, he did pass out watching magic, so.
Fuck off. I'm not going to stand for this.
That's okay. You're probably going to pass out and be on the ground anyway.
Okay.
Oh, we're so
I'm
mean.
sorry. It was perfect. I couldn't not. I mean,
Fake news.
you guys make your way towards the sound. You're walking for quite a distance. And it kind of like goes forward and then ever so slightly begins to arc around to the right. Rajak, who's lived here for quite a while, you realise that it's kind of beginning to circle its way towards the very edge of Falsam itself. That it's the side of Falsam that would be on, that is closer to being the dusk rather than towards the south. So you're heading north. It's beginning to arc around and go that way. And you guys also begin to see that on the right, there seems to be some other passageways, like branching off from this particular sewer. Looks like it possibly branching into a main sewer of sorts. And you can see that at the end of one of these, on the right-hand side, as you approach, it's probably about third or fourth that you've gone round, you can see the briefest flickering of firelight reflected off one of the walls. And ahead of you, you all begin to definitely hear the sound of movement. Riding your 18, you can pick up at least 5 different footfalls.
Huh.
So, forward to sound or right to the light?
I'm going to turn around and be like, so, there's like 5 people in that direction. So, do we want to go towards the people or the light? Group huddle.
Someone should probably scout ahead and try to find out. I'm not particularly stealthy.
Oh, I'm not at all stealthy.
I am, but I can't see anything.
And you, Raj, and you have the fucking candle.
The light would help. If we could get that, take it with us.
No,
I can't
but
fight anything without seeing it, so
you would give yourself away with the light is the problem.
we could get the light.
But that'll give you away regardless.
10 minutes, come on.
Your 10 minutes are long gone. They are long
Shit.
gone. You really think you're going to have some sort of fight in a sewer in the dark in less than 10 minutes and get back to Derry? Are you insane?
I mean, no, Neil didn't think so, but Rhal was really hoping. So
yeah, hope's dashed as your Dragonborn turns back into his Dragonborn.
We're here for a purpose. Let's just go to where the movement is.
But we weren't looking for 5 people. We were looking for 1 monster.
Maybe there are more. Maybe these are survivors. Maybe it's people from the monastery.
All right. We'll walk towards the footsteps, but I'm going to have my hand on my great sword the whole time.
As you begin to move closer, you become aware that these footfalls are... now you can hear them more clearly and define that there are 5 of them. They seem to be shuffling and running. There's one gate which is particularly heavier than the other 4.
All right. So there's some shuffling, there's some running, there's a fat person.
Whoa! I wouldn't go so far as to call a brother fat. I mean, what's he gonna do?
Sorry, that was really terrible. It's not me,
No,
Zaltanna's
it's what
mean.
Zaltanna said. That's fine.
Zaltanna's mean, sorry.
As you begin to run forward, you find that ahead of you, Zaltanna, you see that there is, in your kind of like dark vision, you see at the very edge of it, you see this humanoid figure that stands about, let's say about 7 foot. They seem kind of bulky and they seem to be like leaning on a heavy staff. And around them, there seems to be 4 smaller figures, probably about half the height, if that. And they seem to be kind of like shuffling and running towards you. They haven't quite spotted you just yet. You see them before they see you.
All right, I'm going to prepare a greatsword attack, but I don't want to like use the sharp end of my sword. I want to kind of like, I don't know if they're friendly or not, so I'm preparing to like
You can hit them with the flat of the blade.
I was gonna use the hilt and just like bonk them on the head with the hilt.
Okay, there's nowhere to hide. I'm just telling you that you spotted them before they spotted you in case you wanted to do something. But okay, you basically prepare yourself a non-lethal weapon attack?
Yes, because I am nothing if not nice, even though I said I was mean like 5 minutes ago.
Although 5 minutes ago you just called him fat, so, you know.
I'm a complicated woman.
You have deep and you have many layers.
Exactly. I'm like an onion.
Yeah, like an onion. Do you stop or do you keep walking towards them?
I feel like I'm gonna stop and wait for them to come to us.
Okay. You come across, as you're standing there waiting, and the other two, I assume, have to have stopped behind you, otherwise they're going to run into you. You see the figure, the taller one, just puts an arm out to stop the smaller ones. And you hear... Check now if you speak it. Excellent. You hear... Ergascopus. And it steps forward. Fuck it, it's he. You know it's he now. He steps forward, like leaning heavily on the staff, and pulls back and pulls forward a hood. So as he comes into a better range for you, you can't really see his face. It's very much still in shadow. And he approaches you. He's gone about halfway between you and the smaller figures, and he leans heavily on the staff, like hunched over, like Geskabuka.
I don't suppose that's a language that any of us understands.
No, I don't.
That's why I'm not speaking in English.
That's exhausting. Do you speak Common?
A little.
How about Dwarvish?
Yeah.
Gnomish?
No. Little ones. Yeah.
Elvish?
At this, you see his eyes spark up red. You can actually see his face now, and he spits heavily on the ground. And as he does that, as his eyes spark up and you see him, you recognize the visage of an orc.
Ah, gotcha. Sorry. Hi.
Take a charisma check.
That is an 8.
Awesome. He leans heavily on the staff and just kind of like scowls at you, the light fading from his eyes again, so you can only really see kind of the vague gist of his outline in the darkness. Yeah. I'm looking for one of half-orc. He said his clan is here somewhere.
I don't know anything about that. We only just got here. Rhal, you know anything about any half-orcs? You're from this town.
No, I've been away for a year. So if it happened recently, nothing. I don't know. We're looking for a creature down here.
With
Yeah.
a number of legs, but we're
Creature.
not sure how many.
No, look, a creature not like you or me. Look, a creature that is busted through a wall, hurting people or something.
You see this orc turn his head like almost 90, like a good 70 degrees, looking at the Dragonborn. What are you?
Not from here, like you.
Smart, that one. Yes, there is a creature. It is hunting down the pathetic flesh that lives in this sewer.
Have you seen it?
I am not stupid enough to go after that. I have younglings to protect. And he gestures back to the 4 smaller creatures.
Okay. Yeah, could you point us in the direction? We are kind of supposed to be stupid enough to go look for this thing.
I thought. Yes. Go through that passage, right. Keep heading towards skittering sound. Be careful. There are people running back this way. We've done our best to avoid them, but they seem to be everywhere like rodents. Elves, and dwarves, and gnomes.
Well, stay hidden, I guess. If we get the opportunity, we can try to do something. I don't know what we can do.
Is there a way out from here? We found our way in near some sort of prison such place.
There's not a way out that you won't be seen. Or killed.
Well, if you're going to be of no help, I better move on.
The way that we came, just stay there, maybe, until everyone passes. I don't think that anyone knows of that way out. So it might be a little corner that you could hide in. Until everything blows over, and then you can leave the way that you came, I would suggest. If we find this half-orc, we will, I guess, look for you here. Is this where you stay?
I will not be staying here in the filth.
Okay.
It's not going to happen. We must find him with or without your help. I shall keep moving forward if you cannot give me specific help.
Well, there's nowhere really forwards for you to move. And we're going into a dangerous place, it looks like.
Right, well, we should probably best be moving.
Yeah. It was nice meeting you. I hope you get out.
Yeah. He kind of like growls at you a bit and just like refuses to look in your general direction, but will continue.
Balance like grabs Rhal and Zaltanna and starts like yanking them in the direction the guy indicated.
Yeah.
You see the kind of the younglings run towards the elder orc, and they begin to like trump their way towards, or basically following the direction that they originally were, which is back where you came.
So as we're going along, Balance to the others is gonna be like, "Can we talk about the fact that we were just talking with an orc?
We can later.
A little bit weird. They're not supposed to be here."
They're not, but neither is some other one that we know. Maybe we can ask her when we get out of here.
He's got a fair point.
You would know that the orcs, the Dark-Hand orcs, they are not a part of either continent. They're neither part of Discoran nor part of Kino. So they don't have an accord with anyone, but generally are considered enemies of everyone. So, yeah.
We're walking.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, you're walking.
All right, we're walking.
You walk right through the passage he indicated and start making your way towards this kind of flickering light. As you come around the corner, you see that there is a torch that has been discarded laying on the ground. It's still burning. The waste product is somewhat less in this kind of area, more in this kind of centrally area. And you begin to walk along this. Do you pick up the torch? Do you leave it behind?
I don't need it.
I need it.
It's a lot better than using candle.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey,
you
it's
have
better. At least I had something for him.
True. Yeah, so you can put your candle back, return that to your pack, etc., etc. You now have a torch. It seems to have just been discarded and thrown on the ground. And you follow this twisty, windy section. There are, again, smaller passages that seem to branch off left and right. And occasionally you just... It's just sometimes just really unpleasant. But other times seems to have been like washed through. You notice with this proper light now, rather than just a tiny ass candle, you can see that there is a lot of this, a lot of the remains of the blood rain, which is just absolutely everywhere. It's kind of begun to stain some of the walls, and it's not like flushed through the system so much. You need to wait for a proper rain before that does that. And you, again, begin to follow this, ignoring your passages left and right, I assume. And you come to an area which Rajak would know is kind of more central to Falsam itself. And it's a large open area. A lot of the different parts of the sewer system just flows into here. And you can see as you arrive that there is a platform which has been built above the kind of like lower level of this, above that. And it's kind of like made up of various different pieces. There are some like large metal works, some are just pieces of wood, some are just other, plant constructed canopies, that kind of thing. You can see a lot of droid craft is in the working of this. And you can see that this is quite a large large area. There are about approximately 6 or 7 what looks like shelters up on this platform. And you notice that there appears to be no one here. There is still the very low smoking remains of what would have been a roaring fire in the center, now just down to ash and a few odd embers. You can see that things have been overturned, knocked, as if everything was going away from the eastmost area of this particular sewer. You arrive and it's pretty much empty. Off to the east, you can notice that there appears to be some white strands that are hanging from the ceiling and partway across this entrance to another part of the sewer. This is what you find when you arrive at the big open area.
We should investigate the camp, but we should be very cautious.
I agree.
Can we tell which way it went? It was east, right? And you said it is moved through here?
Yeah, it looks like people have been fleeing in all directions, basically, but not towards the east, which is where this kind of like white strandy stuff you notice. The white strand stuff that you notice is.
Can I look for more of that in a different tunnel?
Yep. Make an investigation check. You're checking for the white string stuff. What are you other two up to?
Balance is going to go into the camp on the platform, and he's going to try to make sense of everything that's going on.
Okay, take an investigation check. Zaltanna, what are you up to?
Also investigating, I think.
Are you looking for anything in particular or just generic investigating?
Generic investigation.
Okay. Spot something the other two may not. That's fine. All right.
Neil, what did you get?
Rajak, what did you get?
I got a 1. You might say a natural 1.
One might say a natural 1. Yes. You don't find anything. You walk, maybe 50, 60 foot in each direction and notice there's nothing there, and you walk back again, and you do it for pretty much all the different things. There are about 6 of these different pathways out. And then the one to the east, you walk 60 foot down, like, left, look right. You listen a bit, and you notice nothing at all. You're not even sure that those white stringy things were there at all. Maybe it's just your imagination, and then you stomp back to the others. Balance, what did you get?
I got an 18.
You got an 18. It becomes apparently obvious to you that the people who lived here, they weren't necessarily families, but they were like 1 or 2 people maybe sharing a hut sort of thing. They literally left things as they were. You can see tables and chairs knocked over, people fleeing in all directions. You can tell that the threat definitely came from the east, but you can't seem to find any real evidence that whatever the threat was has made its way into any of the other passages.
Is there anything of value that could be of use to us that was left behind?
There are some torches.
I'm going to grab a few of those. And as Rhal comes back, I'm going to toss them at him.
That's a good plan. You find approximately 13 gold just spread out about the place.
All right, I'm going to take that.
You find about 10 of this gold hoarded under someone's pillow. They seem to have been trying to hide it and hoard it. Not very well, but no one seems to have checked their bed. So,
all right.
Take what you will from that. And you also find... You also find a very crude, like on one of the walls, in one of the passageways, you find there looks like to be some sort of symbol. And as you kind of like look at it and squint your eyes a little bit, you become aware that they are drawing what looks like a creature with possibly 8 legs. And they seem to have an enormously large kind of head section. But you can't exactly make it out because it was drawn in a bit of a hurry. Just scrawled on the wall.
Lovely. How many torches did I get?
3.
All right, so I peg Rhal on the head with 3 torches as he's coming back.
Ow, what the fuck?
That's for you so you can actually fucking see what you're doing next time.
I don't think 3 more is going to help me see any better than this 1, but thank you.
You're welcome. Maybe next time you should be a little more prepared.
Burn. Right, and Zaltanna, what did you
No,
get?
they weren't on, so they weren't a burn.
Everyone's going to kill me.
Everyone is out to kill you. Poor Raushak. I mean...
I got 15.
You got a 15 and you're doing generic checks. You notice where Balance is looking, and you notice that he seems to have tracked this kind of, at least a part of way of what this creature may or may not be. And you notice that it too, you pick up on that, and you begin to follow its movement. It seems to have run in and then backtracked back through this eastern passage. And you begin to track it a little bit, and you go along that corridor for a while, and you begin to notice up ahead of you, there seems to be a lot more webbing strewn all about, and you see that there are kind of some of these strands are really thick, some of them are very small, and some of them are still kind of glistening a little bit as if they have just been placed. That's what you see. About 80 foot down this passageway. You're so close, my friend. So close in your natural one.
So close.
Well, it seems to me that our best bet would be to travel through this eastern passage here. And it seems that we're dealing with very large spiders, would be my guess.
Oh God.
I hope nobody has arachnophobia.
No, I don't do well in small spaces, though. Which is pretty close to this place, so let's go get out of here.
Oh, are you going to get another nosebleed?
No, fuck you.
Do you need a tissue?
You don't know anything. Let's go.
I would know things if you would talk to me.
You haven't asked. Let's go.
All right. We'll talk later.
Right, you track your way down this eastern passageway. As you make your way along with the torchlight, those of you with dark vision are able to see much, much further, and you notice that there are webs of different thicknesses here, and you have to start. It gets to the point where you can no longer just rush past them. They are so thick that you actually are beginning to need to cut and break them down as you make your way along.
Rhal, can you use the torch to clear this shit out of the way?
I poke it with the torch.
You poke it with the torch. I don't know if webs are actually flammable.
Well,
Fuck it. In this instance, they are flammable.
Normally they are.
Have knives. We didn't have torches, so, we didn't bring anything to cut spider webs down.
You have a torch. You can bundle the webs in the torch.
Okay, well, I'll do that.
It's up to you. You can do it. But in this instance,
I'll do that with one of the unused torches, so that I still
No,
have
just burn them.
Well,
don't waste a torch that you haven't used yet. Just burn the ones that are here.
okay, I'll burn it. Are they burnable? I poke it with the torch again.
I don't know 100% if it is, but in this instance, let's say yes.
Okay.
I'll do some research. I'll find a spider web and set it on fire. I don't know. I don't know if this stuff happens.
I'm sure someone will yell at us.
They're definitely flammable.
Someone probably already has done the work, yeah. All right, you walk forward and you begin to burn your way through some of this webbing, and it's slow going. Some of this stuff does not want to burn, but eventually you apply the right heat in the right place, and it whoosh, goes up in various places. I need. There's only 3 of you. All of you take perception checks, and all of your rolling has been naff today, apart from that
my
very
God.
last.
Hey, I got a non-natural 20.
I got a 19. It's looking up, guys. We might have a chance against the spider.
What's going to make me happy is that you're going to perceive your death.
And I got it too.
Right,
Okay.
spot on form. Those of you above a 2, you guys begin to hear this kind of skittering sound. Also, the smell here is more earthy. It's not effluent so much. It's definitely an earthy, odd smell. It doesn't belong here for sure. And you hear skittering much further up and to the right-hand side if it's down a corridor. And as you begin to burn and press your way through, you become aware that off to the left, almost, about 10 foot and up to your left, you can't quite see exactly. You hear kind of,
I'm going to burn the webs a little bit more carefully and make my way towards that.
As you do with the torch, as you begin to burn your way through these webs and get a little bit closer to that, you've taken down enough that you can actually see a cocoon and the cocoon is
Squirming.
let's go with squirming. The cocoon is probably you would assume either a very chubby child or a dwarf.
Oh no.
Can we get it down?
It's kind of at ground level. It's not
Oh,
like
it's at
up in
ground
the
level?
ceiling.
Okay.
It's at ground level.
I got it.
Here.
You just keep an eye out, and Balance draws one of his short swords and starts trying to very gently cut away at the web so that I don't hurt whoever's inside.
Okay. I'm not going to make you roll because you're trying to be careful and it's going to take you some time to do. You basically managed to cut this guy free, and as soon as you kind of like remove the webbing that's near the face, you just hear an intake of like.
All right, you're all right. Easy now. Try to keep things quiet. Are you all right?
There's a spider.
Yeah, we've assumed.
It came for us. It's not. It's. Oh my god.
Are you all right?
It's taken so many people. I'm okay. Oh, I don't like small spaces. And he begins to like worm his way out of this cocoon. If you've made any more breaks into it, he basically rips through it and just like sits down at the edge and just like puts his head in his hands and just like takes a lot of very, very deep breaths.
You're all right now. We're here to deal with the threat.
Thank you. And he looks around, and he sees Zaltanna and gives her a friendly nod of thanks. What's Rhal doing at this moment?
He's looking over the guy, but I mean, Rhal doesn't do small spaces either. So I mean, this is kind of he looks nervous.
The guy looks up at you and nods his thanks, but then he seems to take in your visage. He seems to take in who you are. And you see this kind of like half disgusted look come across his face, and he looks away from you.
Right. We're going to go ahead and attempt to deal with whatever this is.
It's gonna kill you.
No, we should be able to handle ourselves, I hope.
We don't really have much of a choice.
Right.
Okay.
You can either stay here and wait till we return.
Oh, I'm going. I'm not staying here.
You coming with us then?
Screw this. No, I'm fleeing. I saw my family fleeing. I saw my friends fleeing. I'm gone. And I don't want to stay here with it. And he looks over at Rhal, gets to his feet and begins to stumble his way out.
Okay, well, good luck.
Thank you. Luck to yourselves. And begins to like stumble using the sides of the I want to say sewer. Yes, that's the right word. Using the edge of the sewer to keep himself upright and make his way back towards the clearing.
Jeez, Rhal, people really don't like you.
Yeah, you're just catching on to this, huh?
So what are you guys up to?
Continuing down the tunnel.
You heard the skittering sound off to the right, and as you begin to like continue pressing your way forward, you find that there is indeed a passageway to the right, but the webs here are kind of thick. You see a couple more cocoons, and if you break them open, the people inside are no longer moving, no longer breathing, sort of thing. And you see probably about 3 of these as you come across various different races. You find a gnome at one point, and you find yourselves a couple of elves. And as you continue pressing your way through, you begin to notice that the webs are beginning to thin down a little, and that skittering noise is directly ahead of you.
Oh,
Rhal,
fun.
you're in the front. I need you to make a perception check.
Oh, joy. I've done real good at those so far.
Well, you've got a 19. That's pretty good. That's what we got this time.
We're having a great rolling night.
That's a natural one. You know, the lowest one that you can get.
All right, true to form. You continue pressing through. You don't really notice that these webs seem to be thinning out. You don't really notice that there is a faint glow ahead of you, because maybe that's just your torch. Maybe that's how light works, right? It's reflecting off of something. And as you take this like final swing with your torch, taking the last of these webs out, you step into a wider part of the sewer. It's a kind of like another clearing, but this is square in nature. And yeah, you step into that, and that's what you see on your natural one, I'm afraid. That's
Okay.
what you hear on your natural one, I'm afraid. And that's what you smell on your natural one, I'm afraid.
He's got his eyes closed and trying to breathe.
How big of a chamber is this?
I don't know. How big are things? 20 foot by 60 foot. I don't know. Is that big?
So it's a pretty long chamber?
Yeah, it's a long chamber.
Okay.
You're at the end of it rather than at the side of it.
Hang on one second. We're probably going to be, we're probably going to get into a scrape here in a few. Let me try something, though. And Balance takes out his longbow, and he takes out one arrow.
Uh-huh.
He is going to take the arrow and, like, weave the tip of it into some of the webs.
Okay.
To get like a nice ball of it on the end.
Uh-huh.
And then he's going to knock the arrow on his bow, hold it over the torch that Rhal is holding so that it lights up the end, and then fire it down the tunnel so that we can get like a moving light source.
Okay. You fire this improvised light source, and you in fact roll to hit.
Okay. All right, longbow hit. Oh my god. That's really? That's an 8 to
do you
hit.
want to tell them what you rolled?
That's an 8.
All right, you pull back the bow, but it has been an extremely long time since you fired a bow. Let's be honest. It has been a time.
Almost 50 years, one might say.
Has been well over 50 years since you've last fired a bow. And hey, I'm going to stick extra weight on the end of my arrow, set it on fire, and then fire it. Kind of not really used to that either. And it was 50 years ago since you ever fired a normal arrow. And this arrow goes flying forward. And you see it fly past the 60 foot that you can see to the edge of this particular chamber that you are ahead of. And you see it fly past a cracked opening to your left as it gets a bit further out. About 70 foot out, you see this cracked opening to the left. It's a big crack. You can see that there's a lot of debris beneath it as this kind of wall has basically shattered and fallen down. You can't really tell much more than that because of the speed that your arrow is traveling. And then you see this arrow kind of begin to dip down a bit as you haven't quite put enough power into it. And you see this arrow just go and it hits the deck and skids along a little bit. And then you reckon it's probably about 100 foot out. And you see this kind of like flickering flame. And then you see it casting light on a creature behind it. This creature is darkish green. It's covered in coarse, thick hair. And you see two of its mandibles kind of like flicker in its face. It kind of looks up in your kind of general direction. And you can see these multifaceted eyes staring at you. And you can see that as it looks down at this light, looks back up at you, it raises its front two legs, screams, and runs towards you.
Hello everyone, Balance here, voiced by Arch. First off, I would like to say I am in no way responsible for the small mishap that occurred in Caden's kitchen. That was just a unfortunate circumstance born of lack of knowledge, which I seek to remedy forthwith. I would just like to say thank you all very much for listening. We greatly appreciate your patronage in our infancy as we grow into a beautiful butterfly of a podcast. If you haven't, check out our podcast's Twitter account at TLDpod. We're on there all the time interacting with you lovely folks, and it's wonderful to hear from you all. You can also find the individual cast members' Twitters on there as well if you'd like to chat with them individually. If you would like to get in contact with us privately, you of course can get us at our email, theluckydiepodcast@gmail.com. And lastly, I would like to say thank you very much to Jason Basil, who on a whim was able to do alteration to our logo for me personally. He altered the logo to have a festive holiday hat with a flail head dangling off of it. It's brilliant, to say the least. Go check it out on our Twitter. And that is about it. Thank you all very much for listening, and we will see you all in the next episode. The Spark Network. Imagine what your idea can do.
Ow! Fuck. You hurt yourself in the face, didn't you?
No, I stretched like a thing in my arm, giving you guys the finger.
Okay. This is how this episode is going, is it?
This episode.
I can't believe I injured myself giving you guys the finger.
It's called karma.
This is a podcast. It's an audio medium. You have to let everyone know when you're giving us the finger.
No, she's giving us, the players, and the DM, the finger.
Oh, I know.
Our audience does not need to see us giving each other the finger.
I think they do, though. They need to see all the player hostility.
Yep. The fact that we actually just hate one another and these hilarious moments are just interspersed. Yeah, I genuinely hate you all.
We're making up the hilarious moments because in reality we can't stand each other.
Yeah. It's the only way we know how to cope.
We script these bloopers.
Yeah,
absolutely. There are some things you could not script.
And if we did script this one, we would have done a better job. Than pulling a muscle, flipping someone off.
Yeah, if we were scripting this, we would not put in a visual gag.
Probably would have avoided the visual gag.
Can't pull a muscle from making a hand heart for my friends.